Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dr. Matt Winning at winningstrength.com. Now, just for a little bit of an update, we're going to run a Black Friday sale starting this Friday for about a week. If you're on Patreon, you'll get even a bigger discount and upwards of $50 off of belt squat or good morning machines. So today's topic is about, is it possible to bench 315? Well, that's a good question because a lot of people think, well, to bench 3 wheels on each side, I'm going to need some form of genetics, or I'm going to have to weigh, over 220 pounds. There's a lot of different variables that are accounted for that most people think about when they're trying to bench press 315. In reality, there's a couple of factors that we need to go over that will give you the best shot to bench that, that eclipsed 315 pounds or 3 plates on each side. Rule number 1, you're going to have some patience. So patience is going to be a big deal because patience is going to allow you to constantly train without accumulating injuries. For most people, what I find that are trying to bench 315, they're doing a handful of things. 1, they're bench pressing too many times a week. So too many times a week is going to be a big issue because you're not going to be able to recover. So if you read a lot of top advanced books, you're going to start to find that you need to bench press probably optimally every 72 hours. So you can't really bench press more than twice a week, in my opinion, long term, and see results. The next big thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to focus on the right muscles. Now, which muscles are they? They're going to be muscles that you don't think about. 1 is going to be triceps. You're going to need extremely strong arms to be able to bench press 315 pounds. But you're also going to need a lot of back strength. Now, there's a reason that you need a lot of back strength in order to bench press 315, which is not common knowledge. The one big thing is that you're going to need back for stability. So your back muscles are going to stabilize your shoulder and your scapula, allowing the body to have enough ability to control 315 pounds that it's not going to feel that it's in injury's way. This is called afferent motor patterns, and these afferent motor patterns and efferent motor patterns both tell the body what to contract and then also almost as a governor of what to avoid in order to not get hurt. And so what we need to do is have impeccable technique so our efferent motor patterns are not shutting down our pressing capacity. So if the body recognizes that the back muscles are not strong enough or the rotator cuffs and other muscles are not stable enough to bench press 315 pounds, then the body is not going to allow that amount of pressure to be sustained on the body. The next thing is technical capacity. So a lot of times when people get somewhere around the range of 300 plus pounds on the bench press, you start seeing a lot of elbow issues as far as flaring in and out. You see a lot of wrist issues with the bar not being able to stay tight and in a perfect alignment. And you see a lot of the anterior delt taking over a lot of the movement, making the bench press more of an arced position. So I know that there's a lot of misinformation out there about bench press bar path, but in reality, you should try to press as a straight a line as possible. It's pretty simple physics. The closest point from A to B is a straight line. Now, the lift may not be a perfect straight line, but it needs to be thought of as straight as possible. And so this arcing back over your face is not really a good idea once you become a great presser. Now, I know that we haven't talked anything about pecs. And although the bench press has been labeled as a pec exercise, in reality, if we look at some of the top studies, the pec is actually the dominant stabilizer and the tricep is the dominant presser with elite bench presses. So the problem is there's a lot of misinformation with beginners because they don't utilize the right muscles when they train. So I hope this video helps you guys out a little bit with your progression to 315. We actually today just had another guy bench 315 or the illustrious 3 wheels at the gym as his max. And we have about 15 or 20 clients that are all over 300 pounds, 2 of which are over 55 years old. So is it possible to bench 315? Absolutely. Does it help to be a bigger guy? For sure. Can you do it at a lighter weight class? Yes, if your patience is long enough and you're not trying to find shortcuts. So this is Matt Winning at winningstrength.com. If you guys need help, hop on online coaching or Patreon, and you can ask as many questions as you need to try to get the 315 bench in your back pocket and make it as easy as possible with no injuries. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks.